Hi everyone, it's me Giovanni, and today, so the first thing that I want to talk about is people are doing Fnaf theories again, and once again it's about Midnight Motorist. I fucking hate this now. I hate it. Multiple levels of it. But the main thing about Midnight Motorist is that it's most likely about the apdations, and it's either about Michael or the crime child being the runaway. And it's most likely declared that now that Michael is the runaway instead of the crime child. Because if the crime child died before Charlotte, then the crime child being the runaway Midnight Motorist taking place right after William kills Charlotte. Yeah, it wouldn't even make any damn sense. Like, what the fuck? Are you trying to make the assumption that the crime child died, but at the same time went through experiments and ran away at the same time he was in a coma? Or something like that? Like, that doesn't even make any damn sense. Seriously, why? So, most likely, Michael was the runaway. And the reason why William was probably drinking to get him kicked out of a bar was probably because, in my opinion, he was drinking because he was feeling like a failure competing with Henry Emily and, feeling that to be better than William. I mean, Henry. Right. William was drinking away was drinking because he felt like a failure competing with Henry to be better than him, unsuccessfully. So yeah, that's probably the main reason why William was drinking. And he got kicked out of the bar. And he killed Charlotte. I mean, he's obviously jealous of Henry, but anyway. So, if Michael was the runaway, and William told himself that that Michael would be sorry when he gets back, instead of the whole experiment room thing involving the FNAF 4 bedroom, because I'm pretty sure that wouldn't exactly happen. I'm pretty sure a more simple, realistic explanation is that William just abuses Michael. That's it. Nero Raven's theory of the Midnight Motorist, like, later that night, like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Why would Midnight Motorist take place before or during FNAF 2, and for Michael to run away to the FNAF 2 location to witness the dead children, like their dead bodies or ghosts or whatever? That just doesn't make any sense. And also, I put Michael being born in 1967, so during FNAF 2, Michael would be 20 years old and probably not living with his father anymore. Like, I'm sorry, what the hell is wrong with people? Why? Later that night would clearly take place after William kills Charlie and Michael being the runaway due to the guilt of accidentally killing his brother and running away to God knows where. probably, in my opinion, similar to Rytote's theory of the subject, running away to the fish pond where Old Man Consequences is at. And as for the mound of dirt in the secluded area, it's probably just random pile of dirt, not even a grave. William kills Charlie, drives back home, notices that Michael has ran away, and the person on the couch is most likely Mrs. Afton or Henry. Maybe Henry, maybe. Or maybe Mrs. Afton, who knows? I mean, seriously, who knows? Michael has run away, and William tells himself that Michael will be sorry when he gets back, and William would probably abuse Michael even more than he might already do. And Michael ran away to a fish pond to just fish or whatever. I mean, come on, anything can be possible. I mean, sure, Michael being an experiment victim of the Fnaf 4 bedroom, but I have said this numerous times, that would William really experiment or kill his own children? God, no. No! I'm saying this from the top of my lungs. No. No. There's no way in hell that would even be possible. Just no. 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 Please. Shut up about it. Thank you. Anyway. So. Midnight Motorist about the Aftons. William killed Charlotte. Notices that Michael has ran away. He tells himself that when Michael gets back, he'll be sorry, and William abuses Michael. Yeah. Anyway. So, there's something else that I wanted to talk about. The main thing I wanted to talk about was the Alice in Wonderland adaptations that I like, that are my most favorite, and probably just a few of them that are faithful to the original book. My number one favorite would be Alice in Wonderland from 1985, a television miniseries starring Natalie Gregory, a 9 to 10-year-old playing Alice. Alice in Wonderland is Alice has this dream, is outside with her, in the book, Alice is outside with her sister, and her sister is giving her school lessons. But Alice, being a bored child, is dreaming of her life of her own, where everything is complete nonsense. And so she wakes up, or has a dream where she chases the white rabbit. She falls down the rabbit hole trying to catch him, and stumbles into Wonderland, where she meets all the characters: the Mad Hatter, the March Hare, the Queen of Hearts, the Cheshire Cat, the White Rabbit, all that stuff. And she becomes annoyed, confused, or trying to find her way back home. Kind of like Dorothy Gale, but anyway. At the end of the story, Alice is in the Queen of Hearts court and is sentenced to be executed, even though it's completely dark for a queen to decapitate a little girl who, I would like to remind you, is 7 years old. 7. And Alice wakes up, thankfully okay, and tries to tell her sister about her dream. Maybe in some adaptations that does happen. And, yeah, that's probably it. Anyway, so my favorite adaptation that's mostly faithful to the original book, but also combines the Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Alice Through the Looking Glass is definitely the 1985 miniseries adaptation of Alice in Wonderland, starring Natalie Gregory, who was 9 to 10 years old at the time, playing a 7.5-year-old. And at the end of the story, where in that version of the story, at the end of the Looking Glass, instead of shaking the Red Queen, because Alice thinks that the Red Queen is behind all the nonsense, and wakes up thinking that knowing that it was just part of her imagination looking through the mirror, instead she battles with the Jabberwocky and yells at him, and when the Jabberwocky disappears, she falls asleep on the sofa. She wakes up when her mother calls for her, and her mother invites Alice to join the adults for tea. And Alice says to her mother, "You'll see how that I've grown up, Mother. You truly will." And I think it's so cute. Natalie Gregory as Alice is just so adorable. I love her. And I especially love that she's wearing an orange dress instead of the commonly blue or yellow dress. I think the color's really cute on her. I especially like the golden yellowish bow in her hair instead of the usual black or blue one. The colors are really cute. And even though, since it was a TV miniseries, they can't replicate most of some of the characters as like actual anthropomorphic beings, like the White Rabbit and the Cheshire Cat. And the Cheshire Cat looks a little strange, but otherwise it's solid. It's a solid, mostly faithful adaptation of both books combined into one, and I love it. And one of my favorites is also the 1999 version, where Alice, instead of dreaming of struggling to be grown up, instead it's about her trying to find her confidence, which I like because she's pressured into performing a song and dance to the guests at a party, and the set design and the costuming is absolutely breathtaking. It's gorgeous. It's really like a fever dream. One of the other versions of Alice in Wonderland that is similar, that is also a fever dream, but I can't even say it, but a nightmarish version of the story is the 1988 Czech version of the film, where it's beautifully done and mostly takes place in Alice's bedroom, which makes sense, more likely for her character, for being a bored child and mostly falling asleep in her bedroom instead of falling asleep in the yard or forest or garden, because it would be a little strange. And there's the 1966 stage TV version of the story, where it's realistic, and the characters that Alice meets along the way are all human. And I think the realistic take on the story is really good. It's still a bit like a dream. It's still a dream to Alice, where things are somewhat confusing, especially some of the interior designs are really good. And the 1966 and 1988 adaptation are really like Alice is still in her dreams. That's all. Bye.